want to ask you something personal. When was the last time someone you didn't already know, opened a door for you professionally, recommended you for something, introduced you to the right person, put your name forward when you weren't in the room? For a lot of women, the honest answer is not recently or not often enough. And yet, if you ask most leaders, men and women, how they got their biggest opportunities, they will almost always point to a person, not a job board, not a performance review, a person who knew them, trusted them, and made a connection that changed things. Now, networking is not a nice to have. It is how opportunity actually moves. And today we are going to talk about why women are often at a disadvantage here and what to do about it. Welcome back to Women Leading Beyond Bias. I'm Sandra D'Souza, founder of Elect and Amazon best-selling author From Bias to Equality. Today we're talking about networks, what they really are, why they matter more and than most people realize, and how to build one that actually works for you. The research on networks and career advancement is really clear. A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in 2019 looked at the professional networks of over 4.5 million LinkedIn users. It found that having a large, diverse network, connections across different industries, functions, and levels was one of the strongest predictors of career success. Stronger than educational background, stronger than the prestige of your employer. But here's where it gets interesting for women specifically. Research from Brian Uzi at Northwestern University found that women need a different kind of network to men to reach senior leadership. Men benefit from a large, broad network, like lots of connections across many areas. Women benefit from that too, but they also need something extra. A smaller, trusted inner circle of other women who share information, advice, and support. Women who had both the broad network and the inner circle were significantly more likely to get senior roles and higher salaries than women who only had one or the other. Why? Because women still operate in environments where access to informal information is unequal. What projects are coming up? Who is being considered for what the senior team is really thinking. That kind of information travels through networks, and if yours is too narrow, you simply don't hear it. A separate study from MIT found that women in senior roles who were well networked were more than twice as likely to be promoted again compared to women who were not. The network who wasn't just useful, it was the thing that kept the momentum going. So here's something I noticed from my work at Elect. They kind of like really stayed with me. We run these events and we bring together women in mid to senior leadership roles. And at the end of one of those events, two women realized that they worked for competing firms in the same industry, had faced almost identical challenges in the past year, and had never once crossed paths, despite moving in the same professional world. Within 6 months of meeting, one had introduced the other to a board chair who was looking for a non-executive director. That conversation led to a board appointment. That opportunity did not come from a job ad. It did not come from a recruiter. It came from two women being in the same room, being willing to share openly and staying in touch. This is what a network does. It creates the conditions for things to happen that would never have happened otherwise. So how do you actually build a network that works? There are 3 things. 1, stop thinking of networking as an event and start thinking of it as a habit. Most people think of networking as something you do at a conference or a drinks evening. You turn up, you make awkward small talk, collect some business cards, and then feel vaguely uncomfortable the whole time. That's not what a useful network looks like. A useful network is built through small, consistent actions over time. A quick message to check in on someone, sharing an article that makes you think of a contact, congratulating someone on a new role. These small touches, done regularly, keep relationships warm without requiring a big time investment. Research from the University of Michigan found that people who maintain regular contact with a broad range of people access more diverse opportunities than those who only invested in close relationships. 2. Give before you ask. The most common mistake people make with networking is treating it as transactional, reaching out only when they need something. People can feel that. It doesn't work. The research is consistent. The people with the strongest networks are the ones who are known for being generous. They make introductions. They share information. They offer help before anyone asks. Organizational researcher Adam Grant calls these people givers, and his data shows they end up with the most successful careers over time, precisely because their networks are built on genuine trust rather than exchange. 3. Be intentional about who is in your network. Not all connections are equal. Think about what you are trying to achieve in the next 1 or 2 years: a promotion, a board seat, a move into a new sector, starting a business. Then think about who you would need to know to make that happen. Who has done it before? Who sits on the right committee or boards? Who knows the people you need to meet? Be specific, then work backwards and figure out how to get in front of those people through events, through mutual contacts, through organizations like Elect. A random network is better than no network, but an intentional one is actually far more powerful. In the PRISM framework, today's episode is right at the heart of relationships. Relationships are the foundation of everything we talk about in this series. Your visibility depends on them. Your access to information depends on them. Your ability to create impact, to bring other women with you as you progress, depends on them too. You cannot lift others up if you're not connected to people who have the power to open doors. Building your network is not selfish. It is how change happens. So here's what I want you to do this week. Just one thing. Think of one person you have lost touch with, someone you respect, someone whose path interests you, someone you always meant to stay in contact with, and send them a message, not to ask for anything, just to reconnect. Tell them something you admired about their work. Ask how they are. That's it. Because the strongest networks are not built in a day. They are built one genuine connection at a time. And if you're not sure where to start, if building the inner circle of women feels overwhelming right now, come to an Elect event. That's exactly how we create the space for. You can find out what's coming up at events.elect.com. Leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about understanding the environment you're in and learning how to navigate it. That's how we move from bias to quality and how more women step into leadership. I'm Sandra D'Souza. Thanks for listening. See you in episode 6.